It's set up for persons with disability.
There you
For the
go.
state.
Right.
And that hires, you know, a lot of,
That's enough.
on the spectrum of have disabilities,
well,
mental, physical, all the things.
So the one, So, one of the people
Hey,
speaking,
how are you?
she has 2 college degrees,
Alright.
but she's still autistic. You know, she has trouble.
Who is the famous autistic woman? Did the animals? Look on me at 4 a.m. Autism and how people are so like highly educated.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're not smart.
No, they are. They're very different.
And so from that, we got
You must have been watching the good news.
Well, you must do it when I'm not looking.
Did you bring your flag?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I had requests to get all that back together.
Thank you.
I said, no, half of them are gone. Most, some of them are dead.
Then we get into accident communication.
Yeah, but just get back and have some fun.
Really,
I'd like to see.
We had enough.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
don't know what
I
it is.
always have to check.
We had enough, but half of
I
them.
know,
we
time
knew
before
they
we accept
were-
after
they were
seeing
needed.
your drug.
Yeah, but I think just to get together and have some laughs. That would be great.
In Living Yoga.
Yeah, no, they
Are
all
you taking
got
the pregnant
hundreds of lives,
lady?
but not because.
They had pictures of all the people.
Here, I'll go.
Sounds
I
like
was
banners.
wondering if we had those.
You were there.
Oh,
One
very
of the, one of the,
No, on
Don't worry about it.
on the street shot.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
yeah, no, they were, yeah,
I think it's awesome.
I was really good.
tough stuff.
Good looking guy.
Yeah, there was all.
I do that just because so many
No,
wires
no,
get crossed
no,
from
it
me.
was me.
Yeah, wait,
No.
I made it really, I wanted them mean, I wanted
I
them
mean, this guy's like,
running over people.
he's my father, and his 3 brothers.
Yeah.
I got
They're all
first one
going
time, my guy,
to those.
I came around the corner, I told him, I'm staying there, don't you know, back of the head.
Yeah.
And I looked at.
It's a good, it's a nice thing.
And for all the names.
You have to be a little old to get on.
All right, yeah.
Because I don't know if they're saying something else.
And it's just, you know, they're, yeah, I know
You
what you're
have to be a
saying.
resident.
So someone else stand Morse.
Vietnam, lady.
Reach out to Peter. Peter Doro, the mayor, is the one who's spearheading it. Reach out to him.
Yeah, he passed on.
Yeah. There's other people who are deceased on the.
Why is
Are they voting?
why are, like, is something on too loud or
Very
something?
loud. It's very loud.
Are these on?
Yeah.
I want my dog to vote. Did you want these this loud?
I don't control how loud they go.
Oh,
Let me see if
It
there's.
seems to be better now.
Hey, Jack.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm
Like,
good.
it's better now.
Yeah, I've been away
Is
for a
it?
while. I'll come in.
Yeah.
It's a little echoey.
Where'd you go?
No, I'm just saying, I haven't been to a.
Oh, you haven't been here?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
watching
I
it on
can't control
TV,
the
so.
volume.
Okay.
It's so many. You have
You
so
can
many-
hear better.
Chrissy, you
Yeah,
have
I
so
know.
many stills.
I know.
It's still loud, isn't it?
It is a little loud.
Okay, let's bring it down a notch. How's that for everybody?
Not bad.
Not bad. Perfect.
You turn it up, please.
Oh, I'm like, my luck, it'll be connected to the YouTube Live.
Oh, it's not yet?
It's not, no, it is, but I meant the volume,
Oh,
but it was just the remote control. This one, look, I don't think I can do it.
Is
How are
Susan
you,
coming?
Jack?
I'm good.
Good.
Miss you.
Last I heard, yes.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't say she wasn't, right?
No.
When did I see you last?
Oh. Cemetery.
Oh, that's right.
See you all.
I left my phone at home.
do you want to use mine?
No, I was just seeing if I missed a message from Susan, but she just walked in.
Okay.
But thank you.
Where is?
Rain, remember I just do like night.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I told him what you told me.
Yeah.
just towards the
I
end.
talked to Danny Wilbur.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you guys get to the point where you was exhausted all your other funding for whatever, you know.
So Alan, how's everything shaping up for the carnival?
Yeah.
Everything's shaping up at the carnival, fine, but the firehouse is in trouble.
Yeah.
What's the matter with the firehouse?
The air conditioner went,
It
leaked.
arrived.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh,
And that's some of the.
And I don't have my phone with me, and I could show you, I've sent it to Gary.
that's
So
too
it
bad.
was,
We're working on that next.
Yeah.
Carnival days.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, how
are
are
you?
you? Gonna do is borrow the
Hey.
TV from the Treleady's building.
What's the matter?
Alan, did,
The TV
guy-
for the fire department
the
presentation.
guy
and
that got hurt
TV,
at the fireworks,
it arrived this
you know
morning.
how bad it was?
Oh, the one inside there.
Why
did you need such a big TV?
Because it won't.
Somebody said he lost his leg.
Other than that, no.
This is just a 75 inch.
Was it the
65.
golf and tennis?
So it arrived broken,
Trying to get out.
so we're sending it. So we
Yeah.
want some TV from the park,
Yeah.
save something there for the next, for the presentation.
Okay.
Good.
Oh,
It sounded like he was too close to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you sent me that. So I didn't send it. You didn't see it, which is fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll clean it up and then give it to you in the format. 'Cause now I'm looking for the copy of the procurement policy. Why don't you have it in Word? How come?
I don't know. Mary didn't have it in Word. I did not have a copy of it in Word. I don't know.
So
Why
weird.
don't we just start?
Do the rest, do you have the rest of your policies in Word?
Some of
Please
them.
rise.
Oh, sorry. Oops, oops. Wait a minute. Okay.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
to
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all.
Nobody can say he's not.
jacket.
Right.
Jeez.
Nice to see you.
Remind me to tell you about the difference between French and Swiss meetings.
Okay.
It's like a bad joke.
Okay, a little bit of sad news. So, Nikki Call passed away last week. And as you know, the people that have been around, she was our planning secretary for how many years?
Oh, wow.
100 years, at least.
And she did everything by hand. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Wow.
And she was 95, I think, so.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, just want you to know, maybe keep her in your prayers, thoughts and prayers. She was a real asset. Yep. She used to tape all the meetings like you do,
Yeah.
and then she would transcribe them on almost word for word.
Our minutes were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yep,
It was like reading a novel,
Yep.
right there in the pages.
yep. So the services will be sometime in September. I'm not quite
Where are
sure.
they gonna be
September
here?
19th.
You know,
19th?
you know
Wow,
where it
that's
is?
a long time.
No,
Alan, maybe?
I'm not sure.
It's actually online, Alex.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Online.
Oh, it's online already?
Okay. Want to continue the discussion on the feasibility plan? Did you want to discuss?
Well, I
that?
just felt that with all the work that had been put in on the plan, and I just didn't want us to lose sight of it and to get, so, I'm open to like having a discussion move forward, so.
Um,
We're still talking about the one that was submitted 2 meetings ago?
Right,
The big,
the big,
Right,
plan.
okay,
right.
I was wondering if anyone else had I have an interest, anyone else has an interest in scheduling a workshop meeting where we could just dedicate that meeting to the feasibility study and steps forward, and perhaps inviting the rec commission. So there's I think 8 members on the rec commission. A few of them were part of the feasibility study committee. And if we'd be interested in inviting them to come and inviting them and then having a
and then-
workshop, and yeah, of course, Danielle, yes. And having an actual workshop meeting where it's dedicated just to that cause.
sure. I mean, I assume that everybody is in favor of making a change to the park itself, that it needs to be upgraded and changed. I made that assumption. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
it
true.
needs to be prioritized, obviously,
So-
because of the money.
My feeling on this is, while it's a priority, I also want to make our maintenance building a priority just as much as the park is, because it's in dire need as much as.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a really
We
good
have the
point.
same conversation for
Yep.
that.
Yeah, we
need to
do.
have the same conversation for the maintenance.
Well, I think we can have both conversations.
As long as we do.
And if we want to schedule a workshop meeting for that as well, I would be in favor of that. We had talked about doing some site visits and things like that for the highway department garage.
Yeah.
We could,
Down at the county, remember the day you brought us down there?
yeah, we did do that. That was when I
Well,
was
and
in a
we
different
haven't-
office.
I don't know, I seem to recall some vague conversation about, there was some broad estimate, conceptual, not anything with real numbers, but an idea of what it might cost to build the garage.
I do not.
No, this was a while ago.
I think-
Maybe it was not
Joe,
in a
you want to
formal
chime in
meeting.
on that?
Joe,
Yeah, no, we haven't broached that yet at all.
Right.
okay,
There's some numbers from, Amenia maybe, this building, very small garage, but that's the only one.
Okay.
Well, it would have to be on a different site though, wouldn't it? I mean, that's a pretty tough.
Yeah, you're got a tough site over there. You know, granted, it's probably worth some money because it is in the RMF zone.
Yep.
Which is residential multifamily. So when you sell that, or if you choose to sell it, it is in a residential neighborhood. It can be developed. It's on the way. Does have water, does have sewer, has everything you need there. However, you can't build anything functional on the property.
No,
We've seen
No.
that.
and you were with us when we went down to where the county owns, right?
I was.
What do you think about that property?
You know, I had a couple of reservations, not that they couldn't be worked out. They wanted us to use the same salt shed.
Gas pump.
Yeah, fuel pump, et cetera. The flat area was what I would term wet. It is, probably has to be built up a little bit if that's the area that they were gonna have us develop towards the infirmary, that area there.
Yeah.
There is also, an area up on, where the old St. Joe's School is. You might wanna look into, I know Joe's familiar with it.
Yeah.
Is that owned by the Archdiocese?
Yeah, it's high ground. It's more, I think Colonel Hayes actually owns it. I'm not referring to the school property itself.
Right.
It's beyond that.
Yep.
You know, but
Okay.
Well, let me suggest this. I mean, it sounds like we have to develop our priorities. So maybe the conversation we should have should be a little more general. I mean, like, where are we going to focus? I mean, and then we can start getting more detail. And
I don't disagree. I think there are two different things, though. The approach that was made on the park was to fundraise, to get contributions to build that, was my impression.
in
Not,
part, yeah.
well, right, which is a big offset, so you don't have to exclude it. Whereas we're not going to get, I mean, you may do a bond or something, but you're not going to get people contributing to build a garage. Just doesn't have the panache, I'm sorry. So they're two different kinds of priorities. One is where are we going to physically spend our money? Where are we going, and where are we going to devote our energies? And that may be to both. I think they're slightly different.
But I think regardless, I mean, there has to be planning involved.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, I mean, because so,
That's where I think Deirdre's idea of the workshopping of both, or simultaneously, to figure out how it works, and then splitting them up into two groups.
I think they're big enough priorities that the us as a body should be involved in both projects. So I would recommend that, you know, we meet it once a month, that for the next few months, we meet the third Thursday of the month, that we switch it, that we also add a second meeting of the month for the next couple months and talk about.
Or just start an hour earlier, or an hour, you know.
True, we could do do rec commission one time and do highway
Yeah.
garage the next time, and then we can work it out and see where it takes us. But I do think we need some scope and some scale before we
Yeah.
just, send this out and it goes rogue. But I do believe that we should invite the rec commission in for at least an entry level meeting
Mhm.
to get some feedback from them. And then also refresh with the feasibility study. Everyone should just be up to date on it. So
Well-
I would recommend that, 2 weeks from tonight, we see if we can schedule something with the rec commission and the town board, if
Okay.
anyone's interested. What do we need, 10 days to legally publish a meeting, Chrissy?
Yes.
So that would give us the 10
And
days.
then I would suggest, just because it's easy and people are going to show up on the same Thursday anyway, just start an hour earlier. Let's all start at 5 or 5:30 if we can, and then we'll just go a little longer.
Are there any conflicts with the room here?
I
You
have
know,
not, not on the third Tuesday, not on the third Thursday, no.
So,
But on Tuesdays, second Tuesday. the month,
okay, so
yeah.
you want everybody okay with that?
I'm okay, with
Yeah.
that, sure.
So 2 weeks from tonight, if we can.
and I would say, I would ask Joe if maybe just he could get some idea from other towns.
So
where
wait,
they
I
go.
thought we were doing rec in 2 weeks.
We are, but he can do that in the meantime.
Okay,
Is there, are we all in agreement on that, doing rec in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, and what time did you want to meet?
I would do 6 o'clock just because I think that out of respect for people on the rec commission who work and to get here, I would, and again, we'll invite them. I'm not sure they can all come, but I think it's an
So
important
what's the
step.
date?
I don't have my,
I don't have my phone.
2 weeks from tonight.
That doesn't tell me anything.
I know.
That's too much math.
The 20.
23.
Oh,
6 P.M.
That's my recommendation.
So it's a workshop
And so of course the public's invited to attend
regarding feasibility.
and we'll invite the
Park.
rec, yeah,
Okay.
6 PM. And we're gonna do it here in this room?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, good. And then discussion on the highway,
we could do 2 weeks
2
later,
weeks from
and
that
I
date.
2
assume
weeks
that's,
from that day is gonna be our board meeting.
and we could do, just start earlier.
Start
Is that
earlier.
okay with Joe? Joe?
Anytime.
And you'll have enough time to just see what comparables,
I can get some stuff together, sure.
okay.
So,
It'll all depend on the property and such, but yeah, sure.
Oh, I like the idea of selling one property to help fund it, but
I'm just throwing it out there. If indeed that's what occurs, you have a valuable piece of property.
Sounds good.
What time did you
so
want
the
to
date is,
so we just start
that's August.
early?
Yeah.
5 p.m.?
Wait, what date in August is that?
Well, that's our meeting.
The 13th.
Oh, okay, sure.
August 13th, that would be our regular schedule.
Okay.
So 8:13,
Start at 5 PM.
5 o'clock,
Okay.
highway. Okay,
So the public can attend but can't participate, correct?
Right.
In the workshop, true.
Can I make a minor comment on feasibility that you're talking about?
Oh,
I don't get around and know a lot of people, but everybody I talk to doesn't know anything about it.
About
We don't have the feasibility that you're talking about.
Oh,
It's on
that's
the
a good
website.
point,
It's
is
on
it?
the, it's on the website.
Yes.
It's on our
That's
website.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that a lot, my limited circle of people that I run into, I talk to them a little bit. That we don't have a paper anymore. You used to have a newspaper. There used to be in the newspaper and things like that. I don't know what you do about it. I'm saying to you, there's a large number of the population segment, let's say, has no idea what's going on. There's no way for them to
Has
know.
it been
I mean, I don't know what
about
else
it.
we could do. I
Well,
mean,
post on mostly Millbrook, and we could post on Millbrook, New York, the Facebook pages. And what about a mailing list? We don't have a mailing list, right?
We do not.
I mean, we should.
I may come back to you and tell you that August 13th may not work. I have to go check. I don't have all my calendars here. The work one isn't here. And I think I have to be out of town, but I'm not sure what my flight is back and forth, so.
Okay.
And I don't care if we can move it a different day or whatever. I just, you know.
So your question was. is
No,
there
no,
a way-
no, I think, oh, I'm sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no, no.
No, I was
don't
just
know
gonna
what you're
say, I think that as a general matter, it's a good idea if we can have more information available to the public in form of like a mailing list like the village does. Also posting, and I think you do that full post
Yeah,
on,
we post everything.
mostly Millbrook and Millbrook, New York,
Yeah.
which are like our two kind of like
Facebook,
town hall.
Instagram.
Yeah.
We also have a copy of a feasibility plan in the office, but they might not know that as well.
Well, so that takes me to a similar question. We got that feasibility plan as part of a board meeting, which in my opinion, it should be, this is my opinion, should be attached to the minutes. It should, and the minutes are posted online, so if somebody wanted to read it, they could see the feasibility plan. It wasn't part of an executive session, and I
That's
mean, in
right.
my experience, minutes or any exhibit to a meeting gets attached.
I thought
But it's
Garcia,
already attached, it's already online.
Is the
So-
feasibility study?
Well, there was a lot of negative feedback for that because Mike, when he came to discuss the feasibility plan, he brought it that night. It should have been on part of the agenda packet and it wasn't. And then there was no copies for the public. And then when people from the residents wanted to see it, they wanted me to foil the residents. And I said, absolutely not, it's on the record. So
What?
there was all of, so it was just this whole big mess.
So I haven't double checked, but if I go look at the minutes for that particular meeting, the plan is there attached to the minutes?
Yes, or next to it in the agenda packet.
The packet.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit.
Yeah, no,
So
it's big, I
It's
get
big,
it.
so
It was a
there
big
was just all
document.
this,
Okay,
In my opinion is.
Commotion
if it's-
about it,
if it's
yeah.
Public document, I do not want residents having to FOIL for information.
Yeah.
It should
No.
be readily available to them.
and it should have been
We should be
submitted
happily
prior
give
to
it.
the
Right.
meeting.
but truth be told, all we have to say, please, any materials provided at the meeting are available, they're right there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's not like it's being hidden. They don't have to come in and get it. If they don't want to print it, that's their prerogative, but.
I do feel like residents felt that this was being hidden from them.
That's
because-
unfortunate.
I mean, they
Well-
wanted you to
Well,
pull.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine why they would feel
Why
that.
would they feel
You'd
that?
have to ask Mike or Danielle, I don't know.
That's ridiculous. It was here at a meeting, a
Yes.
public meeting. We have it
I
on
spoke to you
YouTube.
about this.
It's online, it's on our website.
I think I
What
spoke
more
to
could
you
we
Well,
do?
But it was after
Unfortunately-
the
What
incident
could we do?
occurred. It wasn't.
Unfortunately, perception is not necessarily truth.
That's it's a bunch of nonsense.
I'm not disagreeing since they can look at it and it was right there and they weren't going to be allowed to comment on it anyway. So, but it's the perception and the perception does matter. Since we're here as town representatives, it matters.
And if not being on the, I think it was on the agenda. But when
The
people
document
came,
It was.
wasn't.
Yeah, it was on the
Future,
agenda.
Yes, it was.
and people were asking, they wanted to look at the materials. I think that was the
If
issue.
it's on the agenda, it should be part of.
Right.
They shouldn't submit it that evening.
Next.
All right, good.
And just
Joe.
tell them, no, it'll have to come off the agenda. Next time, if they want to do that, tell them it cannot be on the, you'll have to pull it from the agenda.
Yeah, right.
That's all. No, or they can ask me, I'll tell them that. I'm happy to
Yeah.
tell them that, that's fine.
All right.
Wouldn't be the first person I've told no.
Joe, you have the floor, my friend.
Okay, start out with the sale and disposal of town surplus. You do have, what's put in your box, a little package, depicting some of the conditions of the older trucks that we're going to sell at auction. These are 2012, 2008, 2002, and a 1988 truck. So those various miles per each, they're very hard miles. If you look at the bodies on the truck, you'll see that they've been eaten away by salt. That's not the worst of it. The worst of it is the internal operation of it, the engines and such. They're shot. Time for them to go.
Yeah.
So normally I bring this to the board's attention, get a motion to go to auction. If you have questions about any particular vehicle, I can answer them. 5 and 6 have been replaced. The international truck is being replaced, built as we sit here. The last truck is the old fire truck, which no one seems to know who owns anymore, but it originally was the village's. They have no documentation of it. I searched everywhere for it. But it was used to flush out rains throughout the town. It smashed with the winter, a couple winters ago. It froze up. So it's gotta go.
Gotta
I
go.
didn't print that.
So I would like to go ahead and make a motion that, a resolution number 3 of 2026, requesting the declaration of certain highway department vehicles as surplus and authorizing their disposal by public auction, and they're listed in the resolution.
Second to
Second.
that,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay. County policy for use of state and county bids. This is the third meeting discussing it. Laverne had sent me an email.
Maxine.
Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I didn't get it where I normally get it. What I've been sort of alluding to, and I've sort of put it on that piece of paper, is just a few words allowing, not allowing, because we already use state and county contracts. We use to purchase and we use to do public works. It is the best way. We get our best bang for our buck. And I just was asking that it be put in our policies and procedures, specifically underneath estimated amount of purchase here in our policies and procedures. That's all.
Okay, so I have a question, which I will discuss with Kyle afterwards, but I still believe that the purchasing is part of that Public Works falls under that. So I'll talk to him afterwards and ask, but I don't have whatever it is, because somehow.
Yeah, no, okay, but yes, purchasing may be, but they are separated in our policies.
I would fix that when I do the amendment.
Okay?
Okay.
And I'm not sure that the word purchase is relevant to Public Works. So, for example, your county contracts, I was just given a letter a few months ago that we are no longer able to use the piggyback off of the county bid for blacktop. This is temporary, I am told.
Interesting.
The state has afforded us this little gem for this year. So I'm told that's going to get worked out. However, we are allowed to use the state bids, which we are doing, which I have done.
Right.
We'll discuss that in a minute. Okay. And it doesn't really say it.
You're looking for a specific,
In our
we can
policies
discuss it.
and
I said, I'm going to discuss it with
wait,
Kyle.
Just a second. So what Joe is asking, Kyle, is OGS contract, Office of General Services. Do we need in our own town policy a statement saying that we can buy off of the OGS contract? Or does the
Bid.
OGS contract speak for itself?
No, it's bidding.
Allowing
It's bidding. It's not.
purchasing or bidding?
Yeah, correct.
So, here,
Or does the language in the OGS contract speak for itself, allowing state and municipal government to buy off of it?
the way the piggybacking rule reads, it doesn't refer to Public Works separately. It says purchasing, but it talks about bidding for contracts, which is, I don't remember, this is passed in the past 2 to 3 years, I believe, the new piggybacking rule. And so the way I read it is, because it's not limited, first of all, to OGS, it's state, federal, any contract, as long as it's permitted to use that contract, which,
It is
If-
vetted by
Right,
the
so-
state.
or someone
Exactly.
else, or some other municipality, or something else, it's broader,
Correct.
which I believe that's the intent. I understand the word you're looking for is actually, Public Works is actually a work as opposed to a purchase.
Correct.
I get it. That's the question that we
And
have.
that involves, and here's the difference.
And that's
It
the question to
involves
Kyle.
Purchase of material, and it involves labor.
Right.
When you're under a purchase contract, there's no labor involved.
They don't have a section in there that talks about Public Works, at least that I saw. The idea being, is that meant to include that? And that's really what Joe's question
That's my
is.
question.
Yeah.
Because that's basically covered in our, already covered. in our
But I think we should expand it anyway, because that'll give you broader room to use different contracts.
But is it necessary or redundant? The OGS contract allows for it.
I think it is redundant, but it's
Right.
it's entirely, I mean, there's no harm. you
There's
know?
no harm, but is it necessary?
Well-
I- If it's already in the OGS contract, I mean, I don't
I think you need to read the OGS contract.
It's not the OGS contract, it's what is our procurement policy.
That's what I'm
Right.
trying to
That's
get
what
at.
he's getting to.
I understand that, but
Right,
he
I'm
wants to
agreeing
put
with
it
you.
in the procurement policy, but is it actually necessary to do that if the OGS contract speaks for itself? An allowance of state and municipal government to buy or bid off of the contract.
So,
So we need guidance from God.
but
That's fine
what,
with me, that's
So
fine with me, as long as it gets addressed.
and I was making it broader, which is what the law
is this like a
allows.
preemption thing? Is that what you're saying?
Again, it's because I always think of the audit. You know, the first thing you do is they read your policies and procedures,
Sure.
Mhm.
and the audit, and then your audit occurs,
I
and
can't find the email.
is it in there? Well, no, it's not in there. Is it assumed?
I put it in the file.
Mhm.
No,
That
no,
was
no.
my only intent. All right?
I would suggest, and that's why I drafted it this way, that you not limit it yourself to OGS, because as he said, OGS is, what is it, you said for a week, or it's temporary, it's a shutdown. He can then piggyback off of any municipality, federal, or other contract, which is what the draft is proposing.
Yeah, like
Which you
Sourcewell.
can,
No, he cannot. You don't have that in your procurement policy.
but it's allowing in the state guideline. to
It
do
is in
that
the state guideline, but
Right.
not in the
For
policy.
municipal, exactly. And here again, the question is,
Do we need to add it? Well,
do
that's,
we or don't?
I don't, you probably don't, but it certainly doesn't, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't hurt to use it.
All right,
Okay,
as
but
long as
Joe's
you're all-
question-
As long as you're all comfortable. with
Joe's
it.
question is limited to, does a Public
Public
Works,
Not included, it's not included.
well then,
Well, then, we need.
so purchase is not Public Work?
That is correct.
Because the
That's what I
piggybacking policy that's posted in the law does not reference Public Works.
This is not Public Works.
Okay, so what, there is nothing for Public Work?
Yes, there is. All you have is a formal bid, which is what we do here.
Okay,
And my question is, all we want to add is state bids and
Okay.
county bids are accepted. That's all.
Can we do that tonight?
You most certainly can make a motion to do it, I
Is-
suspect.
so I have a question for Hal. Do we actually, it's a good question, thank you, Deirdre. Do we actually have to amend the policy or just annotate it to indicate that we are accepting that as an approach?
That would be,
You would need to do that by resolution. You can-
Yes.
yeah.
But we could do that ad hoc resolution as opposed to a written resolution submitted now. We can make a
You
resolution.
could. I prefer things in writing, but you can do it.
Be
if-
flexible.
If the timing, if timing's an issue, you can do it by oral application. It's not a problem.
Do you want to
Okay.
make the resolution since, I'll second it, I just don't, I want the words.
Yeah, so so that for purposes of Public Works, the use of any OGS contract should be accepted under the terminology of our current procurement policy.
or state or county. bid.
Or state or county, or other state or county bid.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can copy that.
You can give them that one, I can print it
We have a
again.
very good low bid that we used off of the OGS bid. It's called Quick Quote to Blacktop Stanford Road. The bid was about 425,000, it's 423 and change. It will go up if people keep shooting. So the oil price will continue. That's all built in. I'd like to have permission, whether I do it or not, depends on a couple other things, availability of the contractor that did it. I'd like to have permission to use the CHIPS money to do it. At this point, it's approximately $425,000.
Okay.
It's your CHIPS money.
Yeah.
I'll use it
Yeah.
every year.
So
Why not do it?
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that, sure.
it's a good price, very good. The other prices were 487,000 and 495,000.
Okay.
It's about
Lois,
63.
do you have any comments on that? Just like,
No.
Oh, no, it's
It's
not,
CHIPS
it's
money.
state
It's not
money.
really-
yeah,
money.
okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
we're
I
I was
just-
understand.
thinking, where's the money coming
Oh,
from, and then you
okay.
mentioned chips,
All right.
so we get reimbursed.
Do you have a broader, and I have no problem with voting on this. Do you have a broader high road plan? Like, do you know what roads you're looking at for next year and the year after? Or is it,
The same ones that I've been looking at since I got.
okay,
And basically, we choose them. My thing has always been, where the people live, okay? And you try to do those roads that are the most used. Stanford is our longest road. It's not necessarily the most used road we have, but during the morning, there is an excess of traffic back and forth from Stanfordville and from Millbrook to Stanfordville. There's not a lot of buses there, but they do use it as a cut through. There's not a lot of kids picking up on that road. You'd be surprised the roads that there aren't children on anymore in this town. It's amazing. I think the dirt roads, there might be 2 kids or 3 kids on 30 miles of dirt roads. But anyway, so no, we don't have a broad plan, over the winter. The road can, a portion of Milewood came apart. It's just a quick repair, but, you gotta do it quick so that you don't have to buy it. A broad plan, no.
okay. I was just curious.
Yep.
So we need a resolution for that?
You
And
can.
motion,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, somebody make that motion. Joe?
I'll make that motion.
Second to that,
Second,
all in favor?
Aye.
And truck 8?
Yeah, truck 8, little transmission issue. It's a part of the Allegiance, which is the dealership where we purchased it. It's 7, 8 years old, 7 years old. It's less than 10 grand. You need a truck, obviously, it's a good truck. So I'm just letting you know that we'll be spending that money's already been budgeted for in my budget. So I'm just letting you know when we have these numbers, I'd like you to know so that when you see the bill next month or the month after, you know what it's for.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, thank you.
So Joe, did we say, was I not paying attention? Did we say when we were going to start on Stanford Road?
Well, we said we would like to start this month. They
Okay.
said, and they're gonna be in charge on this one because they're the ones doing it.
Yeah.
They said September. So
September,
I will try to work something out. I hate doing it after school
after
starts,
school, right, yeah,
as you know, but, we'll see.
okay.
I'll get back to you, but. About it?
Thank you, Joe.
All right.
Chrissy, we got you right up front here.
Oh, okay, finally, the tax collection and reconciliation is complete for 2025. I have not received the bank statements to complete the supervisor's report, but as soon as I have that, I'll submit it. But I can tell you that for the month of June, we brought into the town clerk's office roughly $12,800. On July 23rd, there is a town clerk tax collection training in LaGrange. It's full day, 8 to 4. Kristen, Natalie, and I would like to go. That would require closing the clerk's office for the day.
When is it?
July 23rd.
Is it only offered once a year, this class?
Once a year. They do it every year after tax collection. They usually do it right here at the Home and Garden Center. It's usually 9 to 12, but they changed it to LaGrange to full day.
Is it Kristen here?
Yeah, Kristen just wanted to come. If you prefer that just Natalie and I go, that's fine as well, and Kristen can man the office.
Well, I mean, you tell us.
Is it something that everybody needs to go to?
It would be beneficial for all three of us, but I mean, we could certainly give her the information back if you're more comfortable leaving the office open.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, if that's an option, then why don't we
Yeah,
just do
I
that?
just figured it
Yeah.
never hurts to ask, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Okay, so then if,
Do they cover different things every year, or is it the same kind of thing and you can rotate each of you every year? So everybody gets to go at least once?
it's kind of the same thing, but there's so many changes
Well,
yearly that they do throw some new things in.
okay.
But that's great. So Natalie and I will go, and Kristen could man the office.
Yeah, I mean, you and Natalie are basically the ones
We're
that are
basically the
involved
ones, yeah.
in the tax collection.
Right.
Right.
Okay, perfect. And for the transfer station shed, I don't think it's been put in yet. Has anyone heard?
I was there on last week on Thursday, and the old shed was out and the new platform was in, and they were supposed to have gotten it the day before, but the guy didn't show up. He had heat
He
stroke.
had heat stroke.
Oh, God.
Really?
Yeah.
So he
It's
didn't
supposed
come.
to be on a Wednesday.
That was supposed to be on Wednesday. I was there
Okay.
Thursday. It didn't show up. I haven't been there since, but
I don't
So-
think
It's not done.
Yeah.
is it
so I checked-
there on site?
No.
I don't know.
I texted Jim and I haven't heard back from him, so I'm assuming it's not up, so to be continued.
But in the meantime, they have nothing. They're
No,
open air. There's no shelter.
I felt
Oh
so
my
bad when it
God.
was raining,
Right. Yeah.
but I think they're troopers up there.
But they shouldn't have to work on
No, they
those
shouldn't.
conditions.
They
No,
shouldn't,
That's
absolutely
not
not.
fair.
Mm-mm. So hopefully that'll be up soon.
You seem like they're with umbrellas.
I was just thinking that.
I have a pop-up, be confused.
Not if it's windy. So we should help them in any way we can expedite
Yeah.
that delivery.
Also, the back of your packet, Danielle has a resolution regarding hiring a seasonal groundskeeper. I don't know if you guys wanted to vote on that this evening or wait for her to come
No, I
next
think we
month.
should-
We should
Yeah,
take care of this
okay.
now. Yeah.
Do we
So-
not, I thought we had a seasonal groundskeeper. Did the person
You
leave?
let it go.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
don't
Okay.
Please let go.
Do
Um,
you
Who's
have
that?
your agenda?
What?
I have the agenda.
Who was the person?
No.
Who was the grounds?
It was here a minute
So
ago.
it's
That
that we,
wasn't,
It's not
What's
on the
his
back
name?
of this, no.
Matt?
no, that's.
It wasn't in
Yeah,
your
no.
mailbox?
and
This
then-
is.
No, that's one, this is all that was in my
Okay.
mailbox. I'll share, I can look at it later.
Who did the interview process?
I
Was it
saw it
just
on
Danielle, or
my
was there a
email.
panel of people? Like, how do we select a person?
I just found out today when she handed me this. I have no information regarding the hiring process.
Just, I'll tell you afterwards.
So it's a seasonal, it's based on her recommendation, right? July
Yes.
and August, which I have no problem with that.
Same parameters and I believe work
Right.
hour schedule of the previous
Hopefully
groundskeeper.
it'll be better than the last one.
Yeah,
And 22 hours, 22 per hour, 24 hours is not bad.
Right.
While we're talking about grounds, does anybody want to talk about the front of the town hall?
Well, we should improve this first.
At this point
They're
in time,
separate.
like I make a motion to approve Danielle's recommendation for a seasonal groundskeeper.
second to that.
Oh, second. Sorry, I keep thinking of these.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good.
We can talk about it in my report.
And lastly, Lois and Joe Spagnola have been discussing, the allowance of unused sick leave credits. Lois could speak much better to this than I can. I sent you guys an email last. So, there is also a resolution here. I don't know if you guys want to discuss this tonight as well.
What it is now, anybody who retires uses their unused sick days. And this would allow us to, let NICERs know of their, they would get their, unused sick days as days worked in the retirement system, which would help their, pension benefits.
Mhm.
I received, and it's attached in your packet, a quote, an annual, would fluctuate a little bit, but the retirement cost for this year's, as soon as we mail out the payment, it's in effect, is $1,597 for the retirees to have their unused sick days as sick days worked when they retire.
As sick days worked, and then also it goes towards paying for their health.
And their retirement benefits, that's all.
Social
it is.
That's retirement, okay.
Their
So-
retirement benefits.
How many sick days do they get a year?
They can accrue up to 120 days.
120 sick days?
Yes.
A year.
This is government.
No, not a year.
No.
Well, lifetime,
Yeah.
Lifetime
Oh.
is 120.
I
That's
was gonna say,
Like when I-
It's like a-
120 days, not 120 hours.
No,
120 days.
Over the
Oh,
course of
okay.
Their career.
4 months.
All right,
Wait,
so
wait,
that-
wait, I'm sorry, I need to understand this a
Actually,
little
it's
bit.
more than that.
120 days over
Is
is,
their cap.
but how many years do they have to work to accrue 120 days?
It doesn't matter.
So
get
if you
12
work 1
days,
year?
You get 12 days. a
10
year.
years.
Oh, so it's
If you don't
it's
use
12
any.
days a year.
If you don't use.
Oh,
it.
okay, so if you retire in 5 years, you don't have 120 days.
Do we-
Okay,
Just to understand, that's credited so that whatever, we're talking 120 days, that would be added to your retirement,
Benefits.
the number of years worked. in other words,
right,
it
the
would
number
accrue.
of time that's.
So the
right.
calculation of your total benefit.
So I think that in some other municipalities, what happens is that you get paid for
That's
time
usually
you have not
vacation.
used.
That's usually vacation.
But they also, some have
Some
sick,
pay out
are
sick time.
like at a lower level, but I don't
I've
know,
never
does this
seen
have
it be
anything to do with that?
No.
Okay.
I've only seen it for vacation, not pension, and it's
No,
costly.
sick
New York
time.
City.
So do
Oh,
you think
well,
this
that
is a, do
figures.
you think this is a discussion better had at budget time?
I don't think so. We can put it into effect for $1,597.
For,
And that's basically, it's going to be approximately that cost annually. I talked to the gentleman this morning,
and how many people does it affect?
when you retire.
Oh, so it's a future benefit only.
Well, yes.
All the employees.
What is the
Said the
1.5? I
only
don't
way
understand the
That's what it
correlation.
costs us a
Right.
year to carry that benefit.
To carry
That's what it's gonna
Right.
The
cost the
120
taxpayers
days.
of town of Washington a year to carry that benefit for our employees.
for
And-
their
It's about
employees when they
$1,600 a year.
And if I understand correctly, we're having a problem attracting employees,
Correct, that's what I
right?
was thinking.
So this would be something that would be,
And sometimes when they know they're gonna retire, they start using their sick time, and then we don't have a person working.
right.
So
So
we're
this
paying,
might be an
exactly.
incentive.
You're paying it
So
either
we're
way.
paying for time off without having anybody there.
Right,
to see,
exactly.
so this is more of an
Exactly, right,
incentive for
right.
us
To
to allow them to use it.
Right,
to have the
that
disease
makes
work.
sense to me.
Right,
I have no conceptual problem with doing that. I'm just curious how they arrive at the cost
The
number.
1,500?
Yeah,
maybe?
So
where,
I
how it
I
correlates.
had to contact Nicelers and it took them 2 months to give me the number.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
So you'll
They
see
don't know
there's
either then.
paperwork attached to my
Okay.
report.
I don't, oh, is it in your report? I was gonna say, I didn't
Yes.
have it. I looked
Yeah,
for it.
I saw your
Oh,
email
it's in the
today.
front.
Okay,
I
so-
did read it on what you sent, but
Okay. So,
No, that's what I said. You're
and
confusing
you
me.
can take your time to decide.
No, I don't, I
But
would,
if you
No,
don't,
let's just do it. I mean,
I agree.
I'll move.
Christie has the resolution, the, Nicelers, the retirement system, created a resolution for us and the contract.
Okay, so,
It can be signed tonight. You
Maxine?
need to take your
Motion.
time.
okay, Maxine made the
Second.
motion, seconded from Joe.
I mean, I just believe for the amount of money.
all in
You got it.
favor?
We're done, Lois. We did it already.
Everybody's in favor?
aye, of course.
Thank you.
Who seconded that, Deirdre?
No,
Hi, Joe.
Joe.
No.
Still, I'm doing my report.
Thanks, Lois.
Awesome. All right,
I mean, I don't know how much it increases their pensionable benefit, but it's
Whatever.
day's work,
It's,
so.
No.
no, it's a nice,
You're on
I
the,
mean,
you're
it's
on the
something.
cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The last
Lisa.
thing I have was.
Lisa, you're up.
Deirdre's gonna talk about that.
You're up.
All right, so reuse day results were mailed out last week. So the cases will start rolling in. Currently have one Article 78 still ongoing from last year. I expect about 10 small claims court cases this year. I've already started prepping for some of them, and getting Michael out in the field to, get the pictures and so forth, so, because we're getting more, everybody's getting more every year from Aventine, and it's a lot of work, but, it is what it is, so that's something we're all contending with. So that'll come up hopefully in the fall. Last year it got postponed all the way to like January. Decisions didn't come out till like April. It was a long time. So hopefully they'll be more on the ball. We have a new attorney. What's his name? Brian?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Brian something. So hopefully we'll run a better schedule this year. Fingers crossed. It's just easier, cleaner, it's not much like correction or, like duties, roles and so forth. Sales numbers, actually, I put on here that they were not available from the county, but I actually just got them today. But, so it was one sale for the village for June and 5 for outside the village. They did not give me the previous 3 months reports yet, but hopefully they will. Being I just got June, so if I get those numbers, I will provide all of them on the report next month. So for June, we had, reappraisal reviews 42, and sales reviews 3, data collection, parcels and sites, we had 20, and sites 29, so. I did do the analysis that we discussed, as far as where we're at with data collection. This was not easy. I was told at first I could not extract the information as to when we did site visits, which we enter into RPS, but I was able to get somebody to help me with that, another assessor, and I was able to extract that information. I spent a good amount of time doing this, but unfortunately, I believe I'm missing at least 100 properties, which means that either one of the 2 data collectors did not enter the dates in there, based on what their own reports are telling me. So I'm gonna have to go back through their reports and capture that information to actually give you guys the numbers.
Who's their reports? I thought we had one person doing data collection.
Well, I used to have another.
Oh, okay.
So, so I'll do my best. Hers is going to be a little trickier to get together because she was not, her stuff's kind of all over the place. So, but Michael has a good list. So, again, we were all very new when we started this, so we didn't really have a great system down. So I'm thinking that it's some of the older ones that we did that just got updated. I asked him to do it, but again, there's just, I think that some of it just isn't there, so it's, but I will take his report and go through it and manually update it, so. Reporting out of this system is not easy. It's, I have to extract data, put things in Excel, extract data, merge it, it's very cumbersome. But I'll do it, because I think it's important, at some point, if we are gonna have any data collection done by a reval company, we need to know what properties have been done and which ones are remaining. Anyway,
Do you have preliminary numbers for us,
Yes,
not
I do.
including the 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
so I can send those out, to you guys, and I did break it up because there are categories that are more time consuming than others. Smaller, single family residences are obviously gonna go quicker, especially like a lot of the village properties, versus a lot of the rural residents that have multiple sites. And the farms that, have a lot of buildings on them, so I did try to break that up for you, to let you know, for each group where we're at.
So is there any like general statement you can make about like, what would be involved and where this puts us vis-a-vis hiring a retail company? So I'm asking, why you were doing this was to see, because my understanding at least was that you wanted to maintain the integrity of the data that you've collected.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so you wanted to determine, so I guess the question was, how many of these have you done? And if you were to use your system to do the balance, how much time would we be looking at? And is this realistic, or do we need to hire a mass appraisal company to do that? And
Right.
and so the question, I guess ultimately, would the mass appraisal company, and we're going to have to hire somebody anyway, would they be able to use your data, which would be superior, I would guess, to mass appraisal data? Or do we just have to kind of like throw our hands up and go to a mass appraisal system?
I definitely think they have to work off of what we've done, because their collection is not gonna be to the level of what ours is.
But is ours
Yeah.
complete? Like we
No,
have
no,
2,400
It's not,
parcels, right?
no. Yeah, it's 24 and 43.
Right, so,
And about 500, actually a little more than that, are vacant. Vacant is kind of buried in different
right,
categories, and
right.
honestly, it kind of opened Pandora's box for me a bit, because now I'm like, oh, some of this stuff really shouldn't be in that category. Like, it really stuff needs to get moved around, and it's so it's a little, but
I'm just wondering, just even to determine like where you're at, like maybe that's gonna be so time consuming that, I don't know, that maybe we should think of a plan B. But you tell me, I mean, is
what
this?
do you mean a plan B?
Well, in other words,
Proceeding?
yeah, in the sense that if even figuring out like how many parcels remain to be done and what the time frame would be, if we're having a tough time even getting to that point, maybe it's not feasible to even.
Well, I mean, the work's still going on, whether it's hard to extract that or not. The work is still going on.
But I think
So-
that when we left the conversation last time, we were under the impression that you were gonna come back to us with 50% of the data collection is done. I anticipate if we do our own data collection, it's gonna take 2 years. I'm not saying those are the words, but we expected something like that. And what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
is we're missing 100 parcels,
Yes.
but we
yes.
don't know
Right.
what we have, and we have some vacant ones that they're hard to extract. If you can't tell us, it's fine. And we're not suggesting that you have to tell us. But if we don't have even that data, then maybe we need to go on to plan B. Am I taking your
Which
words?
Plan B would be going
We'd
with
have to have a plan B.
outside.
I think we'd make it.
We'd probably have to look directly at getting an appraisal, or getting a mass appraisal company, a
Right.
revale company.
Which we
That's-
talked about
Right,
earlier,
and we have
right?
to determine our
That's-
time
But
frame, like
Lisa
when
asked
we
for this
wanted to
But that's the
do
Plan B. I just don't
Right.
think she
Because
was
Lisa
clear
had asked
about
for
what
this
Plan
time
B
to
was.
come back with us with information. And
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. It was just, I don't think Lisa was clear about what she meant by Plan B.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
to jump
right.
into this. What-
Plan B. Yeah, I don't.
Getting an outside appraisal
So
firm
what
to
are
help
we,
you.
what are we looking to accomplish here? I mean, are we looking to just make sure the data is up to date, or are we looking to do the reval?
Well, first step is, there's no point in spending hundreds of thousands of dollars doing a reval if the data is not done correctly. And
Correct.
the data it's been very time consuming.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
And-
saying, I mean, we need the data, but the purpose of making sure this is up to date is to do the review. Is to eventually move to that next step.
Eventually, yes, but
But we want to know how
No
long.
point in
Our
having-
question is, how much data do we have and how long is it going to take till we can do the reval?
Right.
Are we talking a year? Are we talking 5 years? Like,
The initial discussion was hopefully having a reval to take place, and the reval company would be able to do data collecting as well. Is their data collecting going to be the same as our office's data collecting? We don't know that. So Lisa was going to come back with giving us a time frame as to what she's accomplished and what she needs to accomplish in order for us to have this reval done.
To get to the review.
Right now, she seems to not be able to tell us
well,
that.
I do. I have the numbers that are in
Okay,
RPS,
so-
but I'm telling you, I know offline how many Michael
What-
Homies collected.
Okay, so
And I
here,
don't have all that information captured here.
So
'cause
here
I'm looking-
again,
I know these numbers are not right based on
okay.
what he's told me, so.
And that
All
kind
right.
of generates, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Susan.
I was just gonna say, so that kind of like, I don't even know, like the first meeting we
Ever
were here,
since
there was
January.
this discussion about a revaluation, and so I don't know what precipitated that. I don't know if you do, I don't know who does. I mean, what is the
do you want
urgency
to give
to
us some
do it
historical
now?
knowledge?
Okay, we need to have it done. But part of the
Because, but I
issue
mean,
is-
why?
Part of the issue is when we do data collecting and we have a certain amount of data collecting done, it's taken years to say, okay, A and Z are done. So now Z is complete and now A has changed because it's been years to get to this point. So
Can you just be a little bit more
my-
specific? I'm not
my
following that.
problem is, why cannot, if we want to have a reevaluation, why don't they just do it all at once and work with our assessor's office? And if the time frame is not years, but maybe 1 or 2,
Okay.
and then it's done.
Why do we want the reval in the first place?
Right, thank you.
You
I'm
may
just
have
like,
answered
what's-
this in January,
what
but my
triggered
memory
this?
fails me.
I mean,
Well,
So,
it hasn't been
the
done
reason
yet.
why you want, there's reasons for revaluations, there's reasons not to do a revaluation. One of the main reasons for revaluation is, particularly as property values vary wildly over a couple of years, you will get a disconnect between what certain properties' valuation is vis-a-vis other value properties. Because when you don't do a reval, your equalization rate rises and falls across the board.
right, you have
So-
a bad coefficient
So
of
the
dispersion.
equalization rate is to recognize changes in the market. If the equalization rate drops more for residential than it does for commercial, the commercial, right, you got one side taking it on the chin because now their properties are being overvalued because they're not reflected in the changes in the equalization rates. If it's small changes from year to year, it's not that big of a deal. But if it's large changes, then you're essentially then going to have a certain type of property that will be carrying more of the load than others. Why don't you want to do a reval? Reason why some towns don't like to do a reval is because they're complicated, expensive, time consuming, and it does typically trigger a lot of
Right.
challenges afterwards because people, and for a number of reasons. One, there are some outliers. Two, people don't understand what just happened. So they look at their bill and they think, oh my gosh, my property went from being worth 100,000 to 200,000. But what they don't realize is it's because the equalization rate went from 50% to 100%.
I
So
guess-
that's the reasons why.
No, I understand that. I guess the question that I'm asking though is
Thank
that
you. I did-
there's a revaluation, a full reval, but there's also things that municipalities do called updates.
You can't do an update until you do a reval.
And because we didn't do the last reval since 2006, that's the problem.
Correct.
Got it.
Once you do
20
a
years.
full-blown
Right, no, I
townwide,
understand.
so
All right.
once you do a full town blown reval, okay, they're all under the law called revals. it's darn confusing.
Right.
But there are differences. The updates are called annual reappraisal reassessments. That's the technical term for them. But you can't do those until you've revaled the entire town and got everybody.
And the state certifies you and you're 100%.
The state certifies the equalization rate every year.
Every year,
regardless.
But I mean, they certify you at 100%.
At the 100% equalization.
So if
And
I'm,
then the following year, you can do what's called updates.
Right.
so
Okay.
if I'm
Understood.
following what you said, Joe, though, your concern is that if we take too long in collecting the data that we collected at the beginning, that information is going to be outdated by the time we get to the data at the end.
100%.
Yeah, that's what you were
100%.
saying.
And
Yeah,
this conversation has
But
been
my
going on for
point
years.
is,
okay.
if you are not consistent in the data collection, and I can tell you so far, the few companies we've talked to, I am not convinced that it is gonna be anywhere near any consistency from what we've been
Well,
doing.
So
And that is gonna create more of a nightmare.
Which is why we
And-
said, which is
No,
why we
that's a
said we would
very
make,
important thing. Reporting is based on your data, and you'll never get good numbers out of a model if the data is not done consistently.
other
with the company.
municipalities have done this, okay? And
Yes,
this
yeah.
is why we said and agreed to interviewing different people that would
Yeah.
do this and
Right.
having
If
you,
find a company that
well, that's
Yeah.
where we
Right.
left the conversation.
Right.
But then you also said to us that you would be able to give us a time frame of when you would be able to complete, and you have not done that yet.
That is gonna depend on staffing too. I mean, as it
Okay.
is, my budget for having a second person was taken away.
Once
from me.
again, we don't
So
need
it's
to
hard
hear
for
why
me.
we
I just have
cannot.
another
We want to
data.
hear
So that was-
what you can
Right.
tell us, okay?
Right.
What would
All right.
happen, Lisa, if instead of a second person, we hire or do a deal with a company that does this kind of thing, but we want to use their junior people who report to you?
I don't think
I don't know
they'll
the-
allow.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it, I
yeah, I
don't know
know.
anything about them.
I don't think they'll allow that, but
Okay.
again, I mean, I'm not saying not to continue talking to companies.
Okay, Anderson
but
Consulting
so
and all
far
those
what
guys
I've
will
seen,
do.
I am not confident in the time frame based on the volume of work that I know, and we all work very hard. And it is a tremendous undertaking because there is decades of stuff
Lisa,
that
we,
hasn't been done.
I don't mean to interrupt you. We asked you to come back to us with
Yeah.
numbers based on your current, like, we never discussed adding more staff. We asked you to come back to us. This is the same conversation we had 2 months ago and then last month. And we asked you to come back to us with how, based on the information you have and the staff that you have, how long it will take you to get the data collection complete. And that's what we're looking for us to make an informed decision
Okay.
on what our next step is. Do
Right.
you have that information?
I don't have that information yet. I have to go through his list and try to really understand, because I know that we've spent a lot of time on the larger properties.
Can you-
And the ones that have sold, the ones that have been renovated.
Lisa, can you update us by next week? Just on the
I
time frame.
don't-
Just on the
I
time
have,
frame.
I don't know. Again,
How
I've gotta
long do
sit
you
down with
need?
Michael next week. and
Okay,
try
how
to-
long? Because this,
Yeah,
no, you
I
can't
think
say
it's-
I don't know.
probably, I don't know about a week. I mean.
No, no,
next
okay,
month,
10 days, two-
absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
I
And you guys
don't,
can proceed with trying to interview companies if you want. I'm not stopping you from doing.
No, but it's also about using our resources wisely. And so
Right.
to sit down with 2 board members to interview a company that we have no intent on using is not a good use of our resources. That's why we pitched it back, because you asked for more time, so we pitched it back to you, expecting you to have an answer for us.
Right, because I didn't have that answer at the time.
And you
Right,
don't,
it's-
and, right, and that's why you said, give me a month, I'll
It's-
come back.
Unfortunately, it's been a lot more work than I was anticipated. Again, RPS is a very old system. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to extract this one field, which we use it just called physical date of inspection. And I was able to get that out of the system finally. And now, unfortunately, I'm looking at the numbers and I know I'm missing stuff based on Michael's conversation with me and then kind of an idea of what the other girl wanted to. So, and again, I need to wait it because I know we've spent a lot of time, because I've reviewed a lot of properties too. Doesn't mean they've been sketched. I don't have those numbers either because they purge that stuff out of the system every year. So
Who, RPS does that?
the county does. So the
I'm
dates
very
I review
confused.
things, I'd have to go back into historical data to try to extract that information. Because there's a lot of properties I review and I don't necessarily give them to him because I don't see a lot of stuff needed.
I'm having a problem
Does that
with
make
this.
sense? So it's,
Well, she's she's.
No, I
trying to
understand
determine
which-
like a date that whatever you observe, whatever the physical components of the property are, that date as of date, I think,
I mean,
right?
some of them, I do my own thing. I go in, but that doesn't mean that we've finished it to the end of actually doing the sketch. Because it's, again, it might be, maybe there's a deck or something that's missing. It's a simple property. I've really focused on the big properties where I really see the significant changes. That's what we've been focusing on, not all the little stuff. So I reviewed a lot more properties than you're gonna see on these numbers I'm gonna give you. But
Can you get
I mean,
the,
I haven't been keeping track of that since I started, because you guys never asked for that. But it's
But,
not-
but you talked about data being so crucial to your job. I would
It
think
is.
the
It
data
is.
would be,
Yeah,
right, so I would think the data would be the thing that you're
it
keeping.
is, but that's, again, I review that data and do my own reappraisal. That's the numbers I'm giving you on this monthly report.
Okay, so,
But
So next
that-
meeting, is that asking a lot for us to have an answer by August?
for the sketches that are done. But again, there's this whole other aspect of that, there's a lot of properties I have personally reviewed, but I didn't necessarily flip them to the data collectors, because then that might be then,
Lisa, I'm sorry, but you're not inspiring, and I'm gonna say this bluntly because that's me. You're not inspiring a lot of confidence about when you're gonna go give us a time frame as to the data collection, so we can make a decision as to whether we need to go to a third party or let you do it or get you some help to do it. And that's the confusion I'm having.
okay,
Because listening to you right now, this is, and tell me if I'm wrong, it feels like it's just going to be an almost impossible task to be done within a reasonable time frame. I don't know what that means, but something reasonable.
if you're talking
2 years, I don't know.
absolutely, yes, it's not gonna happen in 2 years,
Okay.
absolutely not. It's, again. it's-
Data collecting is not gonna happen in 2 years?
Are we gonna be able to finish it in 2 years?
Oh,
Absolutely.
When did you
okay.
start,
There you go.
Lisa? When did you start data collecting?
Pretty much when they started,
When's that? When was that?
about 4 years? Yes, 4 something
Yeah.
years, yeah.
So we're saying 4 + 2, 6 years, and we're still not going to be able to have it done. So I think we need to discuss having a company and start interviewing and see what they can do for
That's totally up
us.
to you. But
This
just
is
know
not,
if-
this is not,
I think that making sure that we pick a company
yeah,
that
I,
I feel is gonna work with us on this data, 'cause
okay,
that's crucial. They
All
don't
right.
pay me. This is very important. I said this from the beginning, the data is essential, that it is done.
I think we get
Yeah,
that.
Once
I
I
think,
feel that we've found a company that is not just gonna take 2 or 3 months to think that they're gonna be able to finish this,
okay.
it's just not gonna happen unless they have.
well, so can you check with your peers in other towns as to who they've used and been happy with?
We have that information.
Yeah,
We do have it.
and we can,
Okay,
all right,
we can look
Sure.
at it. Well,
Yeah.
let's see what
Well,
happens. Maybe
do-
we'll decide you're right and we'll take 6 or 8 years to finish it. That's a possibility, but I'm not saying we will. I'm just saying it's possible.
okay.
Okay.
You don't think we have that information, Susan?
No, I'm saying that, revaluation is not gonna take 6 to 8 years.
The data, no, she's talking about the data.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, I mean, no, because it will be stale by the time,
Of course it
Yeah.
is.
Right, then it's, you're on the,
but
Well, I wouldn't say it's stale. I mean, we
Okay.
are capturing all the.
It won't be completely accurate by
Of
it.
course, because
Right.
there's people that aren't reporting stuff, but.
I get
mean,
it.
It's going very, a lot smooth, well, it's going smoothly between what we get permits and so forth and getting that valuation done. It's the legacy of the stuff that hasn't been done from the decades in arrears. And then you guys did take on the data from Jim Watch. That was never backed out. A lot of the towns ended up backing out that data. So you still have a lot of error.
meaning the
errors
guy that
from
did the prior reval
Yeah,
in
a lot of the
2006,
towns did back that out.
meaning that
They didn't just even use his data.
they blew, okay, and they're starting
Right.
from scratch,
They-
is that what you're
Right,
saying?
yes, there's a lot of towns, I think there were 7 of them.
And so even if we hire a reval company, they have to work from something, right?
Yes,
but I
So
understand
they're
that
not
Jim
doing
Tiger
a
didn't,
totally
It's
new,
not- it's not
they're
gonna
not
be-
doing a total new
it's not gonna
data
be the previous
collection.
reval they're gonna be looking at. They're gonna have to go back. For the ones we haven't sketched, back to the yellow cards and
Right.
go out and on the site and look at it.
Right,
And because the reval done before that, I think was in the 70s.
Totally
There was so
accurate.
much development here.
Completely
It was
accurate.
the seventies?
I think it was the
Really?
mid-seventies, the
The company-
last
the
one.
company.
So,
Man's name started with
Next.
M, I can't remember the rest of his name.
Okay.
He hired a company way back when.
Yeah.
And the people who had houses that were old didn't like it because their houses appreciated the most. in the
Well, of
rebound.
course, it's the way it always.
A third
yeah,
go
that's
up, a
how it
third go
is
down,
with
a third stay the
rebates.
same.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so what,
So I think where we're at is at least we should be looking at those peer companies. And I still say, I mean, maybe the answer isn't that we hire them to do the whole thing. Maybe they will do what other companies do to work with.
Let's see what
Lisa.
they can tell us.
Yeah, exactly,
Let's-
exactly.
Let's
And
Let's
start.
consider the
Let's
options.
start from there.
Doing
Exactly.
parts of
Okay.
what we have.
I agree with you.
Like maybe focusing on the village. That's why I wanted to finish the.
What village? We don't have a village. No, so.
So.
Thank
stuff
you.
like that is a little easier. There's not as much disparity and, it just, there is a huge array of properties from, these little
right, no,
village
there's.
properties
yeah.
to massive properties that have,
Yeah.
5+ houses on it. And
Yeah, I know, I agree.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, Liz.
Yep.
So Danielle is not here.
No, heard. She attached a,
She attached her report.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on it?
No.
Same with Jonathan.
We got this in email.
Okay, Deidre.
So I think we all received in an email the resignation of the assistant rec director. And I know that Danielle's not here. I'm not sure if she's planning on replacing that position or how we're running our senior program currently, because she was the senior program coordinator. So
She's doing it all.
I know that, well, I don't think the seniors meet during camp.
No.
So it's kind of off right now, but I just think something we need to keep on the radar for, September. The rec commission meeting that was supposed to be last night has been moved to next Wednesday. So of course I will attend that, but I don't really have a rec specific update for you. You see Danielle put in her report the numbers for camp, the attendees of camp, and it looks like it's
That's
well
pretty good.
attended. Yeah. So that was really all I had on rec, besides obviously the feasibility study that we're gonna get together on in 2 weeks. Walking into the town hall today, the town hall does not look like we are showing our best, we're not putting our best foot forward. I'm seeing a lot of, crabgrass in the cracks. The front here got ripped out, didn't get replaced. Our little flag planter isn't planted. We are not looking, and even under the ramp, it's still full of leaves. I don't know what else is under there. It does not look good. We need to do something about this
And
town
I've been
hall.
saying that,
What happened, Chrissy?
well-
Didn't they get
Well, I
pulled
thought-
out, like everything got taken out?
We
all that
discussed
garbage?
last month that you were going to have
and then
plantings put out.
Danielle said
and-
that Matt was going to
Right.
do design landscape after camp.
Why after camp?
I guess he's busy with camp.
Well, maybe we need to hire a company. Like, it just doesn't look good. We're not.
No,
Again,
I know, and
the
I've
crabgrass in
been
the
saying this
cracks
for
is
months,
not
and it just
designing,
goes
it's just
on.
maintenance. I
deaf
know we
ears.
just hired a seasonal person, but when I walked up tonight, I was like, this is actually embarrassing the way this
I
place
feel the
looks.
same way
How
every
did-
time I walk
And
in.
why is this
How did this
Danielle?
get pulled out? I mean, how did the,
Danielle told me she had carte blanche from Gary and Deirdre. and
I never discussed ripping out
What?
anything with Danielle.
the front bushes, that's what she told me.
She
I would-
took the front
Did she
bushes?
tell you that after last month's meeting? Because last month's meeting, we discussed what you were going to, like.
Right,
you
and
were
then
going to
after
get
we
together,
discussed what I
right?
was gonna do, she, in her report, said she was gonna have Matt do a design plan. And
Okay,
we
I
all
think we
agreed
need
on
to
that.
empower someone to take it over and get it done, because it does not
Well,
look
I've
nice.
asked Danielle repeatedly to have Matt or the previous groundskeeper come and work on the town hall, and every time I go.
I think we need to hire an outside company.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
but,
But,
so wait a minute,
but
so-
we've always
We
been
haven't
able
had
to
it.
maintain the building, even when it was just one part-time person. I don't know why with the extra staff, we're not able to maintain it now. That's
Well, I
just
don't
the
know,
concern I have.
But we need the plantings. He's got to design it and then do the plantings.
I don't even know why he has to design it.
Black lattice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
and just throwing some bushes in,
Yes.
seeding some grass.
At least
Yes.
get that done.
Yeah, but,
I don't know.
So
But I-
maybe now that we have this new part-timer, we can discuss things with him, right? mean-
Yeah, I mean,
It just seems to me that Danielle's probably overwhelmed with camp, and I don't think this should be put on her docket.
I don't
I
see
don't
why
think
it's
maintaining
her.
took it over.
But I think
Yeah.
she
Wasn't-
assumed the
Yes,
responsibility.
it should not
Right.
be
I just think
recreation.
that she's probably overwhelmed with camp.
But I mean, like, now
took
we
it
have no
over.
plants. She did half of it and we're waiting on having
Why don't we
the
just
fix, you know?
conclude it's not the recreation director's responsibility and give it to somebody else?
I agree.
think because she,
Likes it.
likes Matt and his capabilities, that's why she took it on,
So-
perhaps. But I was not aware of that after we discussed last meeting, so I don't know
Yeah.
how that switched, because it sounded promising at our last meeting
Yeah.
of
Well,
where
she
and
said
what
that at the last
direction
meeting.
we were going to go
It's just,
with
it
this.
looks terrible.
Do
Yeah.
we have any
So
money
can
to
we-
devote to
can we
this?
ask the assistant groundskeeper to, I mean, would you be
Yeah.
able to put up, if we ordered black lattice from Home Depot for $45?
Well, it would be
a-
nice to have
section.
somebody look at it that
Right.
knows what they're talking about.
And design
Right.
something that makes
I,
sense.
I honestly think we need to hire an outside company to
Do we-
come in and just consult and do the planting.
Right.
Maintenance, to me, a seasonal groundskeeper is maintaining
Right.
what's installed. They're not doing an installation.
Right.
In my opinion, we should hire a company to come in, put a screening up, plant the plants, and then hire our people to maintain it.
And nobody
That's my
gets to
opinion.
pull it out.
Okay.
I'm
So-
up to-
Especially at a minimum, could you have, the new groundskeeper clean up the back of this building?
Yes,
The weeds are like growing up.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's not, we are not putting our best foot forward.
So how easy is it for you to get access to the new groundskeeper?
It's impossible to get access to Matt.
There you
really,
go. So that's the problem.
It's impossible.
They're being subsumed by
By the
what's going-
park,
by the
which is
park.
fine, but this building's, I mean, I've worked here nearly 10 years and I've never seen the building look like this.
No.
It's just terrible.
It looks terrible.
It's embarrassing, yeah.
Do we have enough?
Right, so we'll just have like a day that they can devote to this, right? Can't we do that?
What'd you say, Joe?
A day.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say, a day.
Like,
A day
So
a
do you
week.
want Matt to do it or did you want to hire somebody?
I don't feel comfortable hiring somebody. It's very
Okay.
expensive. Let's see what Matt can do first.
Okay.
Wait a minute, we're asking someone who does maintenance at the park to come in and install plants? Like, it seems to me that's a different skill set.
I don't see where the skill set is so high if we want to tell them what we need.
We don't know what we need.
We discussed it. We said hydrangea, grasses, and lattice.
Yeah.
Who's going out to
What are we
pick the
doing?
plants?
So then what does the winter look like?
Snow.
I think we need to hire a landscape company to come in and plant the proper plants that fit there. None of us, I mean, I'm probably the closest to a horticulturist here, and I don't feel comfortable giving the recommendation. Hire a company,
You don't
can't
want
be
my
more than a couple
recommendations.
$1,000s, get it
Why
done
don't we
right,
just
and
ask
then
what it'll cost?
have our seasonal
Yeah.
Do
employee
you want
maintain
me
it.
to just reach out to 3
Yeah,
landscaping
just ask.
companies?
It won't cost anything to ask.
To get
And
an
you'll get an
estimate?
estimate, you can get an estimate,
Yeah.
For
okay?
3 companies, local
Fine.
companies?
Yes,
Fine.
please. And then our
Let's do
seasonal
that.
groundkeeper will maintain it.
Okay, so I will get 3
Maybe.
Hopefully.
quotes, estimates
No,
for
no,
next
no,
month's
no,
meeting.
no. I'm responding to your maybe. The edict from Gary, not even the board, from Gary has to be that that's the case. That the groundskeeper will be responsible for maintaining it. It only takes a day a week. It's
One
not,
day a week he needs to be
Right.
here.
Yeah.
whatever,
Right.
half a day.
Mm-mm.
This is the park groundskeeper, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, is he?
No, no,
course,
it's not.
yes.
No, no.
That's
is he-
two different positions.
right, this is a
The
different,
assistant.
Part-time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this assistant person we
Just
are
hired.
Just hired.
replacing? Okay, and
Are
who
they
does that
devoted
person
solely to the
respond
park?
to? I mean, that person
Reports
reports
to
to
No, not to me.
to
No one reports to
Danielle.
me.
You mean,
No, to Danielle.
Danielle.
I'm sorry.
right, to
Okay, so-
Danielle, and
That may be the part of the problem, but does the groundskeeper, Matt reports to Danielle. Who does the assistant report to?
That is the assistant.
Oh, Matt is the assistant? I thought, so who's the?
No.
That's the
No.
groundskeeper, and then we have an assistant.
Yes,
Oh.
the assistant groundskeeper, is I was asking.
Sorry.
Does he report to, or he or she report to Matt?
think they both report to Danielle, if I'm
course.
not mistaken.
Right.
Which,
Right.
Yeah.
which is where I
Right.
go back to, and are they hired solely for maintaining the park, or are they town?
No,
They're town.
they're
So I
town.
think that that's where the confusion lies, because we've had so much emphasis on, updating the park, that I think the groundskeepers have been
Devoted
devoted
to
to
the
the park, and we just kind of
park.
fell
Somebody
through the
just needs to
cracks.
set it straight.
Yes.
So I think that's just
Deirdre.
kind of been
Fine, I'll do
the
it.
issue.
We want the seasonal groundkeeper.
Well, you're
one
on
day
the
a
rec
week.
committee, that's
That's
why.
fine. I'll send her an
Right.
email tomorrow. I'll CC all of you.
Don't you have a meeting tomorrow? Didn't you say that?
It's next week.
Oh, next week, sorry.
Okay,
And in the meantime, we're gonna agree, I'm gonna make a motion that we allow the bookkeeper and the town clerk to get 3 bids
Yes.
to do a landscape plan for the front of town hall.
Are they gonna just do the plants, or are they gonna do the lattice?
That's up to you to have the discussion with the company.
If we have to save
We'll
money.
get prices for both.
Yes.
I would
Okay.
like
How's that?
someone to
Okay.
offer a second.
Second.
Lattice.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Make sure they're native species.
Yes.
Make sure.
Maybe it's a rock garden. Maybe it's,
something that doesn't require. a
Oh,
lot
my
of
gosh.
yeah, low
Exactly.
maintenance.
Right.
Sometimes it's the little things that require all the work.
Okay.
All right,
And then they
Joe.
can come to my
Thank you.
house.
All right, so there was not a zoning board of appeal meeting in June, and, brace yourself, everyone. There's not gonna be one in July.
Wow.
Wow.
Exciting.
So that concludes my report. No, I'm gonna talk now about Oak Summit. So we recall that first of all, let's go back. The design phase allowance is 2 years from the start of the design to the finish, when the plans are approved and project is advertised. So that deadline was May 1st of 2026. And you will recall that we extended the deadline to July 1st, right?
Mhm.
That has also obviously passed. So we were asked by DOT to add a note to the plans which restricts construction between October 1st to April 30th in order to protect the trout. In conversation with Dan at Colliers, I did not have a problem with this, as this also parallels with the school system, and our goal was to work during the summer months anyways, okay? Not during the school year.
Yep.
So therefore, we will proceed with letting this contract in October of 26. Because the DOT has asked us to add this note, and the right-of-way clearance is not yet approved, technically, the design phase will now run into October, which that will be our new extension, okay? Which will not have any effect on our grant. We will then let in October and hopefully award and start construction in May of 27, which will finish in the fall of 27. Because when we start the construction phase, we now have a new 2-year deadline for construction in accordance with the scope of the grant. So then by doing so, and this new time frame, we will be more than capable of finishing it in the allowance of the grant. So, so that's where we are now with that, okay? The final plans cannot be stamped yet because the right-of-way clearance is not approved yet by DOT. So that I expect anytime now. Because we received prices for construction supervision in 2024, and now construction supervision will be in 2027. Cost has increased. However, Dan at Colliers assures us that he still has money available within his scope of his contract, and he will just simply move that over. So it will not be any more money that we will need to fork over. So that's basically that.
That's
That
good.
concludes my report.
Yeah, yeah. They've been good to work with.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Susan.
All right, so, let's see, so the planning board, was on Tuesday, and there were 3 matters. One of them was just a reconstruction of the screened-in porch. And then there was, the big case of the evening was a new proposal for the Greenbrier site. And so, somebody has come in with a development plan that, is a proposal for 12 residential units. So that
Single
property,
family?
there's 2 townhouses, I believe, and, wait a minute, maybe it's 4 townhouses and 8 homes.
Okay.
God, there's that much property.
No, there's only 4 acres. It's 2
Wow.
It's 2.
Is it 2? Oh, thank
And
you.
it's
So
only
it's,
4 acres?
it's on 4
And they want
acres.
8 in the, old green house.
Well, there's a number of issues here, and one is that what they're proposing is not a permitted use either as of right or by special permit. It's just not allowed in the zone. So they could go and to the ZBA and attempt to get a use variance. That's a fairly high standard of proof that's required. So who knows what's going to happen with that. The other thing is, if they want to pursue that, is that it would fall on us as a rezone. So this kind of brings us back to issues that I know that you guys have seen before, which is, are they going to ask us to rezone that location, that lot? In which case, we are very susceptible to spot zoning.
Yep.
Or are they going to be asking to have a new permitted use in that zone as a whole, which can alter the character of anything of that whole area? So it's, that's something that's down the road. The, the sponsor of the project first has to make a determination as to what their next move is. And I just think that I'm guessing, I'm speculating that they probably would want to try the rezone approach as opposed to the use variance approach. But I don't know. You may have better insight
What
on
is
this,
it?
Kyle.
Well, I'm not familiar with, I don't know about the particulars of the project,
Mhm.
but, the a use variance, as you pointed out, it's extraordinarily hard to get a use variance.
Mhm.
So typically what ends up happening is if applicants in those circumstances do petition the town board to do a rezone. The rezone in itself may not necessarily be spot zoning if it comports with your comprehensive plan. That's really where it goes, where the rubber meets the road. So if the rezone is in conformance with the comprehensive plan, then it's typically not a problem, but it's the discretionary act of the town.
Right, that's right.
Even adding a certain use to a particular zone has to also be in compliance with your comp plan. So that in and of
Right.
itself isn't, a cure-all to the first option. So really, it comes down to, what's going to conform.
Right. And there was some discussion also about creating housing, additional housing. They may have used the term affordable housing, but I don't know. I don't know what the specifics
All this on 4
are.
acres.
So they just presented this, right?
They just
And then
an
the
idea,
planning
well, it's a
board-
little bit more
The
than that.
planning board basically told them what?
They told
that
them
they-
basically what I'm telling you, like you've got 2 options.
Yes, that's what
Use
the planning
variance or
board said to
rezone.
them.
So
Yeah.
they didn't put a formal application.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is
All
a
right.
pre-application, so
Okay.
it's a discussion.
It's just basically they're trying to feel what they can
Right.
get and
Right.
cannot get it right.
Right,
So
right.
we can't speculate.
That's right.
Okay,
Does sound like
All
a
right.
lot for 4 acres.
all right.
Well,
We'll find out.
Nothing may happen.
We'll wait and see whatever their next move is.
So, yeah, so that's that. I also went to that grants workshop that the Association of Towns put on last month, and it was really a very kind of generalized, broad talk by this guy named Mathis. I don't know, but he's he's been doing this for, decades. He's probably semi-retired at this point. And he was just giving us sort of like the broad brush approach to how to proceed. He's somebody that really does more economic development than anything else, and he's from Catskill, and he helped, and he was also on local development corporation board, so he has a lot of familiarity with that. So it might be a little different perspective than something we might be interested in, maybe not. But his general advice was, one, that if we're seeking money, we should really have our act together in terms of having a good plan that is really well grounded in making assessments of what our needs are, whatever the case may be, and examining alternatives. And he recommended, depending on the case, that we might want to hire a professional planner and a grants writer to help craft whatever we're going to do. If it's an infrastructure project, he was very much in favor of Delaware Engineering, and because they also will do the grants writing. And I don't know that the highway department, the highway garage would be something that would fall within that area. But so there's a lot of water quality grants that are around right now, groundwater, surface water, sewage, and all that. So that's basically it. Nothing super specific to report on that. And then there's, the codification issue, Kyle, that, I don't know if you want to do a presentation on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not really prepared for it this evening. I mean, but the bottom line is, I don't think it's going to be as, from my lips to God, I don't think it's going to be as complicated as as maybe I originally envisioned. But we are going to have to go through the whole process again to do the fix. We are working on it. I have my associate assisting me with it, and I'll give you a time frame when we're going to be able to get this all accomplished.
Fair enough.
One of the things I just wanted to note on that is that when we originally did this, because, the general code people, they have a bunch of documents that show the process, and, so now we can see what happened. And there were decisions made on certain things that would be typical type of local laws, like sort of records access. I don't think we have a law on that, right? We don't have FOIL law. Probably would be a good idea if we did. I don't even know if we have a policy. So, a procurement, you can make a procurement law. I don't know if you want that instead of a policy. So that might be something. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I do. I don't think it would be a good idea to do a procurement law. You can go to the policy, and the policy is a lot easier to amend.
Right, true. Right.
In terms of the records access, a lot of towns do have that type of code.
Yeah.
It has to be very carefully drafted. I'm in the middle of some nasty litigation across the river where the records access law doesn't exactly mirror what FOIL provides. And so
You mean the state law?
Yeah.
Right.
So you get into an argument as to whether somehow the records access code provides greater access or more immediate access that would otherwise be provided under FOIL. And without getting too deep into the weeds here, because it wouldn't be appropriate, it's in a large way it's redundant.
So you're saying just rely on the
I would
state
just
law?
rely upon the freedom of it.
All right, so maybe
There are
that's the
towns that
answer.
do it, but
What would be the reason to do it?
That's a great question, and my answer is there isn't one. I can't think of a good reason. All it does is create confusion. And then you get someone who says, well, your access law says, I can come in here during normal business hours, and I'd like your town clerk to pull all these documents for me, and somehow now they think they have an indentured servant there standing by. It's just, otherwise, if you turn to them and say, well, if put in your request, we'll review it, we gotta see if it needs to be redacted for privacy reasons or privilege, anything else. You're just doing the same thing FOIL says in the first place.
And you've got timeframes in
And
the
there's-
state law.
And
and
there's,
everything.
yeah, there's very strict timeframes
Right,
by which
okay.
to comply with it. So, so the answer is, I just don't see any
Okay.
reason for it, other than it
All
goes
right,
sideways.
makes sense.
It's not, that's,
All right, okay,
Yeah.
that makes it easy, right?
Okay,
I think that's it.
all right, good, thank you.
I have a very
You're
good
up.
report. I have nothing to say.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't have anything else. Is there anyone sitting out here that has any questions? No?
Just a quick question. Did they say, anything about how they were gonna, what am I trying to say? What they're gonna do with what's there already? Get rid of
The
it?
cream, I think what I would recommend if you really wanted is it's recorded and you can watch it
Oh,
on YouTube actually. So, and then you can hear exactly what they were proposing. So I think that'd probably give you the best information.
I changed my mind.
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
When I was running the town park, Fred Karn was the grounds guy
That's right,
for everything.
Hmm.
One guy.
yeah.
He had planned and he just kept on moving. And back then, he had emptied the trash.
what's that?
And he did have help in the summer.
Yeah.
He had a young kid who would ride the lawnmower. I'm sure they didn't know here, so the properties aren't bigger.
No?
Yeah, but
So-
Matt does a lot more than just grounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to beat him up. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that are on his docket that
Yeah.
Fred didn't do. So when you start adding things to the grounds people for that person,
No question.
something has to go.
Yep.
Right, like is he groundskeeper or is he maintenance?
We have to figure that out.
You know,
We're gonna
Maybe we need a plan as to what's supposed
I'm
to
gonna ask for a
happen.
job description.
But also, what is it they're doing out there versus,
Yeah.
because I think Susan has brought up in the past, the ad hoc approach we're taking to the park.
That 24 hours was for the pool area. So I think maybe that part-time person's hours just went to fill it. If in fact it's because of this.
I think the other gentleman, he came.
He came once and didn't really do what I asked him to do, so
They
hence
didn't-
the
They didn't report to the
short
recreation people. They reported
career.
to the town board.
Right, exactly.
That's
We're
what
gonna
it
get some
should be.
job descriptions and figure this out.
But also a plan. I think
I think
we
the
need
work
to,
is there, I think we've just gotta sort out the
Yeah.
wording and,
And I know Danielle had needs, I understand.
Of course.
I was up there, I had needs too. I said, I need this painted, I need this on, you know, and sometimes I got it, sometimes I didn't.
You know how to install ladders?
I've been retired 7 years, I'm not going back.
You're not going back.
I love retirement.
Mr. Dyson,
I'm a point fingers guy. I can do that.
do you have anything you'd like to
I
say?
can tell you what needs to get done.
Just thought I'd stop in.
Glad to see you.
How everybody?
I'm glad to see you here. Good.
Compelling.
Yeah, right.
Wanna check in, see what's going on in my town.
Yeah, good. No, we're always happy to see you.
Glad to see you all present and accounted for.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Does anybody else have anything?
No.
Well, we gotta pay the bills, I guess, right?
Okay.
So, thank you all. Have a good night.
thank you.
Thank you.
Do you need a motion to adjourn?
Make a
I need
motion to
to
pay the
pay the
bills.
bills.
You gotta do the bills, you can't adjourn before you do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to, sorry.
Yes,
You got a motion to pay the,
Absolutely.
you have a motion to pay the bills?
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Kyle.
See you.
Good night. Yeah,
Okay.
same- yeah, same here, thanks.
hey, Rob, Rob,
Oh, right, thanks. I would have remembered it when I walked.
yeah,
Sure, Gary found it.
You got it.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
And I'll make a motion to close.
No, just, yeah, I need a second. I need a second.
Oh, you need a second.
I'll second.
Aye.
And Maxine needs the same.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Nice to see all of you.
Hey, Howard.
You ever hear the expression deja vu all over again?
Oh, yeah.
One time I missed it.
Want to get in bullpen?
Yes.
Left off where you left
You pay a lot of money and then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
big job.
You want to switch? All right. Oh, that's why I had
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
I was able to take somebody to do that.
You want the door open?
Yeah.
You gave, you like giving it to me, so why is that?
Thanks,